I'm still picking my jaw up from off the floor from last night's game between the Netherlands and Ukraine. What a game that was to bring Euro 2020 to life. It's the first time in European Championship history that 5 second-half goals were scored, having the game been 0-0 at half-time. But that's all yesterday's action and today's chip paper, because all focus is turning to today's games, starting off at Hampden Park, where Scotland and the Czech Republic face off, two sides who have had very contrasting fortunes in the European Championships in recent years. You see, Euro 96 was the last time that Scotland played in the event, whilst the Czech Republic have qualified for the last 7 consecutive tournaments. Only 2 other nations are on a longer run than them during that period, being the powerhouses of Germany and France. Now, according to our win prediction model, this might be the closest one yet, with Scotland the slight favourites at 38.8%, the Czechs back at just 32.1%, and the draw coming in at 29.1%. And maybe we can put that down to the fact Scotland have won each of their last 3 matches against their opponents today, the longest current winning run against any of the other 23 nations that have qualified for Euro 2020. However, it is the first meeting between the two sides in a major international tournament, and when we turned it over to you in our poll, well, you were slightly more emphatic. With 48% of you going for a Scotland win, the draw getting 34% of the vote, and only 18% of you going for a Czech Republic victory. One thing that will worry Poland and their fans heading into their clash with Slovakia today is the form of a certain Robert Lewandowski in major international tournaments, having only scored 1 goal in his last 10 appearances. Our win probability model, though, is fancying him and his teammates to do the business this time around, giving them a 59.7% chance of winning compared to Slovakia's 16.4%. And although the model gives the draw a 23.9% chance, maybe we can forget about that. Only one of the side's previous 8 matches have ended in a draw, although you'll have to go back to November 2013 for the last time they actually met. Our Robert Lewandowski insight didn't seem to bother you on our @Analyst Twitter poll either. No, certainly not indeed, because you overwhelmingly backed Poland for victory with 84% of the vote, the draw getting 11%, and Slovakia back at 5%, and well, maybe that's justified as they have won just one of their previous matches at the European Championship. Another bumper day of football comes to an end, with Spain looking to keep up their incredible scoring record against Sweden, who've only managed to keep 1 clean sheet in their last 12 encounters against them. That came back in October 2006, which was also the date of their last victory against La Roja. Perhaps it's no surprise then that our win probability model is fancying them on home soil, with Spain being given a 75% chance of the win, the draw coming in at 16.3%, and Sweden just an 8.7% chance of victory. One thing you'll also need to keep your eye on as well, Spain's last 37 goals in the European Championships have all been scored from inside the box, the last from outside the box coming from the boot of Raul back in the group stages in 2000. And it's yet another clean sheet of your online polls matching the thoughts of our prediction model. A Spain victory getting a 75% chance of victory from you, the draw at 17%, and a Swedish victory just 8%. I will say this though, Spain have only won 1 of their last 5 matches at a major tournament. Nothing like a little bit of food for thought. Well, thanks once again for tuning in. Don't forget to keep your eyes out on our Twitter account @Analyst for the polls that will be coming out for tomorrow's matches later today. And also don't forget to check out theanalyst.com, where you can have a click around our ever-updating Euros Hub, as well as read the latest insights from the tournament in our daily blog. That's all for you from The Analyst, home of data-driven storytelling.